morning, good morning, good morning. Just a quick live, a really quick live while I'm en route. Good morning. They coming, y'all. They coming. We have two big dilemmas going on out here in the world right now, and that's this COVID. Good morning, where they're pressing, for everyone to get vaccinated, even your children. They're telling you that this vaccination is safe for your children. And of course, you have one of your political people that tells you that it is patriotic. Something to go tune into. Good morning, Hill. Good morning. And yeah, you're women. You're women. I am woman. You are woman. It's crazy. It's crazy, Hill. I'm sitting, I was sitting this morning having my tea out on the deck, and it's like, the eyes of the people, I don't think were clearly open until after Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's situation, or during Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's situation. Good morning. So as I'm kind of flipping, here and there right now, your media has these channels flooded with situation of the sex trafficking thing, and I do believe now that there's a change in the law. People are not looking into where the battle should be. It, Somewhere in black and white, it's been changed. About you can go as far back as a child now, to come out and speak on your alleged predator, or whatever you want to call him. I don't. I'm a little confused. I'm confused, because I know that a child isn't able, if they didn't have that protection back then, to do what is necessary to go after someone that has harmed them. And part of that is due to the parenting, is due to the atmosphere, is due to the situation of how they were living, being adopted or homeless. A whole bunch of stuff plays into part about when you're dealing with the children and someone has preyed upon them. I don't know how to look at it when we grow from child to that adult age, and women, that child grown into a woman, how to deal with it. I don't know if it's safe to say, you gotta help me with this one, Hill, that 50 years ago, and if the person that is still alive or something, and it is to go after 50 years later, I don't think that I agree with that. I'm torn in between with that one, Hill. I'm really torn, but I don't think there's part of me that's saying that that's a kind of a no-no, especially if the person that you're choosing to go after and the law is allowing you to do so, and that man may have changed his entirely life around, and doing productive, and have not been into any more trouble, have not harmed anybody else. It is so many ways to look at this to where it makes you crazy, right? Makes you crazy. But I'm saying this to say, I said that to say this. I don't know how many of you guys have been following Mark. It's hard for me to pronounce his last name. Facebook CEO, right? And as much as I've been watching it and following it, and want to bring it to, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me turn the camera, because I'm talking to you guys and I really want to see me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I have a situation with Mark, CEO of Facebook, and I have to honestly say, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I get it that he's a billionaire or trillionaire or whatever. He's He's got a lot of money. When Facebook came out, I kind of remember when Facebook came out. Not only did I jump on board, a whole lot of people jump on board, and you have this CEO with his counter partners, I think it was the other two guys that came in, and they established this media social site, pretty much for the world to enjoy. And we know when you establish a business, right, and you kind of learn the ropes of running your business, the rules and the regulations and things, the do's and the don'ts, right? So this man, he goes off and he hires all of these people to help, of course, run his business, which we know becomes a god darn enterprise. Enterprises ran with owner, a chief, a CEO man, the man in charge, the man that produced this big business. And Facebook is a big business. Twitter is a big business, and all of the other ones, Instagram, all of they're big business. But now it's Mark's turn. So Mark has this, and I've listened to his whole testimony about his establishment of this Facebook social media business, which has allowed thousands of people to come on and create an account, share your photos, share your businesses, do this and do that. And as long as I've been on there, it's almost everything that you do, Facebook kind of questionable. It's they'll tell you, well, you can't do this. They ask you, your age and all of that stuff on there, your gender. They do that so that you can establish your account. I've also read on there where, you must be this age to do this, or is this video for this age group or this age group, right? So as watching these testimonies play out in the court, where there happens to be, they didn't write her name down. She worked in the business. She dealt with all of the, I believe, the algorithm department of Facebook. And so now, she's uncomfortable, and it's a lady. Hello, good morning. It's a lady. You guys can dig into that story. It's really, really interesting because you can relate it to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's story when it comes to Mark. And you're sitting here watching a female that worked for Facebook, Mark, for many years. But because now some things isn't sitting well with her, it's, oh my God, I got the wolf out. Some stuff that I just personally don't like. So according to her testimony, some changes has come about in other countries. Whether it's the sex trafficking has produced higher volume. It's gotten greater. She's blaming that on Facebook. She's blaming the increase of drug usage and the increase of violence or gun violence and stuff, with Facebook, because your children are seeing and adopting a lot of things from Facebook. So I'm going to continue to follow the story because it is really, really interesting. But when I think about Mr. Kelly's case and how these women has come out to say and abuse his legend, right? According to their feelings, and they didn't like the way things started to flow with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, in my opinion. So, no, Hill, she sure didn't, but I was going to get into that. She threw them that proposition out. Did you hear that? She threw it out. Well, I feel like that I can be used as this person or whatever for the government to be tracking down, this type of behavior from different sorts of businesses out there, social media or whatever the case may be, right? And I'm sitting here saying to myself, well, I wonder if she would have threw that proposition out to them and they said, yeah, but we're only going to be paying you like $15 or $17 an hour. You think she'd have took that? You think that she'd have been okay with that, Hill? Do you think that she would have been okay trying to save the world making $17 an hour? No, but see, this is the type of job that would land her probably about a good $160,000 a year. Do you think she'd have done that? Because that's the same thing that I was thinking, though, here. Like, wow, you sure snuck in that, the business proposition to the board. Yeah, you did. Wow, okay. But she sat up in there and she made all of her personal problems problematic for working for Facebook. You ran the algorithm. You were in there all of this time. So what? Were you in there as a freaking agent or what? Like, why do you have a problem with Mark? If she was up in there, Hill, the way I see it, then, and you're running this and you're knowing that there's allegedly some 13-year-olds or 9-year-olds or whatever that is on this website that should not be on this website, but you helped allow it. So you're a handler. That, I'm not saying like that because I think one of the men up on the podium was saying like, okay, like a handler. Yeah, she's a handler too. And the same thing, if you're going to take Mark down, you can't go switching up the program after you done worked up in there many, many, many goddamn years and knew that this was going on. And you had no brilliant idea of how to stop allowing children to even create an account. Exactly, Hill. Exactly. So, and I'm looking, I'm like, nah, you go down too. You want to take Mark down? You want to take all his money and billions and shit and shut down Facebook? Then you going to. You going to because you set your ass up in there. That doesn't give you the right to come out here and be like, well, Mark did this and Mark did that and Mark knew and Mark was above this and Mark was above that. They already done planted the seed here that he is the head ring leader of this business. So that's out there. But if you have hired multiple people to run this establishment and you knew something was wrong, it don't take you 15 to 20 years after working for somebody to be like, oh, well, he's done this, he's done that. But I want to get more into that, Hill. I really do. So if I can, I can come over to your platform and we can discuss. We need to discuss it because it's been bothering me and I got to get it off. I got to release that negative stuff. I got to get it off of me. But I'm going to go here as well, Hill, because I want to talk about this because this takes back to that, the propaganda of what everybody's been putting out here about, where are these parents at? My child don't have Facebook. My child don't have an IG. My child don't have that. She has to wait until she is 17. The same legal age that it must be out here for people to not have consent to have sexual relations or even to vote. You have to be 18 to vote. Your political people should apply the same rule pretty much to everything right now. You can't have check and balance if you're going to okay the age thing in this area and not the age over in this area. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Good morning, Juicy. Good morning. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't work that way. And that is probably one of my reasons why I self-govern my goddamn self. Hi, Tay. Hey, good morning, Priscilla. I self-govern myself. I don't need someone to dictate, especially mankind, womankind, of my life, of the do's and the don'ts when they cannot even get it together. They can't get it together. So what the hell am I going to allow them to govern me to 100% of my life? No. You can govern me by saying I had to have a social security card to do these things with. You can govern me by saying that I have to have a birth certificate to prove my identification to certain establishments that I need to acquire to do so, like buying a home and stuff like that. But all this other stuff out here, I refuse to do so. So they open up the Facebook, right? And this goes back to the parents. It's up to the parents to know what their children are on. What are you doing? Why are you on there? You have to go behind your children. We find a reason to go after the culprit when we can fix that problem right out the jump. We can fix that problem. Monitor your child. Know what your child is doing. I'm gonna take it a step further for you. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, prayer. Take it a step further for you guys, right? When we most of the people are on laptops or your desktop or in your phone or your cell phones, right? Take it a step further to the other goddamn consumers out there. Know when, ask the question, who's you buying this for? Because somewhere the parents have to be held freaking accountable. But I couldn't help but to notice that how rich Mark is. There is a target with a lot of rich men out here. It's a target, and it's going on right before our eyes. It's happening. It's happening. And so we can't just limit ourselves by Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. You can't just limit yourself by, what was the other guy? The other guy that just got the RICO out there or whatever. This shit is big. It's really, really big. But as a whole, because some going to see it, some not going to see it. It's one hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight to fight. I don't know whether to say nobody fucking votes. You got to stop voting. Or because people love to vote. They love to vote. You got a lot of people out here that is loving the political views of how the United States of America should be. They love it. They love it. You're gonna like the ones that like the big trees built over there, and you're gonna like the ones that don't want the big goddamn trees over there. So it's gonna always be your ops, against your other people, the good people. So I don't know. I've been trying to pick up on the Democrat and the Republicans, right? And as much as I keep watching it and think that it's going to change, it's never going to change. It's always going to be a battle between the Democrats and the Republicans. To me, it really don't even matter who the hell you vote for when you talk. If you vote the Democrats and the Republican, I know that it does if you're doing your homework. But just imagine, the more you're doing your homework and you feel that your vote is absolutely right to what your needs are and what you think is better for your patriot, your next man, it's gonna come a whole bunch of another entourage ass team that's gonna not think that it's okay. So there's your battle. Well, this is forever till life do us a death, till we are gone. This shit is just gonna continue to happen. But back to this lady and her propaganda with how she feels that Mark them is, it's wrong and they should be doing this and they should be doing that. I haven't quite finished watching it yet. I'm not sure if they're just at the conclusion of them wanting Facebook to make their rules and regulations when it pertains to children coming on Facebook a lot stiffer. I think that that's where they're trying to go. But overall, it's our job. You can't expect for one man to run a whole business by himself and paying them, I'm pretty sure, good goddamn money. Pretty good goddamn money. But this one here, this lady here, I gotta look her name back up. I wrote it on my desk, but I don't know if I didn't remember it by heart to regurgitate it to you guys. But here she comes. And they did this and they did that and they did that. The cell phone companies, when you out by, it's like it's a problem solver, but nobody wants to hit the head in the coffin as soon as it as soon as the business established. Hey, how old are your children? Is any of these phones for your children? Okay, we until your child gets this or such and such of age, we're going to remove the app. We got to remove, your child cannot have this app, or you will sign your disclosure, your DNA, that you will be held for anything that your child comes on to an adult website, or your child watches anything that may afflict them to want to come out and blow up a goddamn movie theater. It's your child. Came out your goddamn womb. You're responsible for. You're responsible for to noticing the changes in your child, of whether if your child has been sexually assaulted or getting ready to a blow, or go on the corner and sell some drugs or sell anybody, or all of that shit. You are responsible for your child. But because of the government and these freaking laws, and it's crazy because we don't know them all. They're up there right now making a particular law right up under your damn nose, and you don't know. and it'll pass. You have no freaking idea. But then we know about it when we get to watch all of this news stuff of what is a liable out here for a person to do to an individual. You'll be like, huh? Well, how the hell? Well, yeah. Now you push it a little bit further because she came out. It's like what I want to call how Jim Derek Goddess came out and he
Mm-hmm.
received immunity, right? Immunity. Okay, I will. Immunity, right? For talking. Well, guess what? She's going to be covered. She doesn't have to worry about nothing of Facebook coming back trying to reprimand her, sue her, or anything because they're going to protect her after she helps them tear down this goddamn company. Ain't this shit crazy? This shit is bizarre. Get your children. Know what they're doing. Coda phones get checked every goddamn day. I can see what she's been Googling and everything. But I know for a fact that she doesn't have the Facebook app on there. I know for a fact she doesn't have IG on her phone. She doesn't have Twitter on her phone. My baby Duvo, or whatever that is, where she's just talking face to face to her peers of her age. I know that. Had I went on there and I seen that Dakota was on this goddamn Facebook page. What you doing on there? Who you talking to? Let me see your list of friends. Let me go down your history thing and see what the hell you've been watching. Because you shouldn't be on there, especially adult sites. These children makes a lot of their decisions on their own. On their own. But she says that their algorithm in the department and stuff that she works in, they're able to target. They're able to target 13-year-olds, solicit the sites and different apps and programs, things that they have to offer to these little kids through their phones or desktops or laptops. And that allows them to be interested in, oh, well, let me do that because the algorithm, they get the numbers up. And the more numbers they have up, it's wonderful. The more ads that they send you, you click on the ad, you buy something from, let's say, a young lady or a young guy who is selling you some jeans or hats or purses or bras or whatever, advertisement, right? They're collecting almost 50, what she said, about 55, 50 something off of each person that even clicks on that freaking advertisement goddamn link. And that man became a billionaire. We love to shop. We love to shop. But it's on there. You have to sit down and figure out what made this man rich. Now that he's rich, was it a safe way? Was it a legal way? As far as him being knowledgeable, or what he had done crooked? Was he wrong? Did he know that his company was targeting these 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 9-year-olds so by Friday they coming out with a gun and shoot somebody because they learned it off of Facebook? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm hoping that because Heal the Land, she watches it and she gets pretty in depth with a lot of stuff, and I listen to her and I really do understand her. So I'm hoping that she can pick this one up from me, and I'll be over there because I'm bothered with this one. And on top of that, and I turn the channel. Here's the news. Back in with the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is totally different. Do I believe that this man was probably up in there doing, with all these athletic girls coming out or whatever? The evidence and stuff was clearly there, and I think he admitted to some things. I got to go back and listen to his testimony, but he's back out in the spotlight. And as you guys can see, turn on the news every day. It's back out in the spotlight. It's back out in the spotlight. And I understand that they have to solicit this so that it can get the message to the men that has chosen to be bad men. But it also pushes a second message. And the second message is, look who's doing it. All women. All women. I'm like, there's no men testifying that they have been bothered, that they have been none? Is it all women? Are you kidding me? So there is a big movement going on out here. And it is so goddamn big. It's hard to fight it. It's going to be absolutely hard to fight it. One reason, because it's being fought by seats. If you're sitting on your ass, you ain't winning nothing. And that's including me. All we can do is sit here and talk about it, because you do have that fear part in you. Oh, my job, I can't lose my job. I can't take off from a job. I can't leave my kids. I can't do this. Go click on the link of the story about Kim Fox recently protests down there. Them people was coming at her neck. I was like, oh shit. Oh, and it's about, I think, a murder or something, or someone got shot or so. I didn't finish reading the story because I had to come out. I got to run. I got to go to work, y'all. So I'll be pressed every day with trying to get some sleep and feed the kids and feed the dog. And this, before I know it, all the time in the day is gone from me. All I can do is lay down and rest and get up and come back and have another day of my routine. But I was like, will this do it? Will that protest pertaining to Kim Fox, will that now raise some hair in Chicago? Because they was loud out there. They was loud. They was big. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. It's coming at her. So I hope that, it would grow. If that protest that they had outside of Kim Fox's door, I truly do hope it would grow. If I see a major protest out here about these laws, oh, I'm walking. I'm coming. I'll be in that crowd. But I can't come out. I can't. It's like, well, what is 2-3 of us going to do? Nah, this going to have to go major. It has to be some type of a level of the Million Man March. If you can't get 5 people on board, it's not enough. It has to be hundreds of people on board. But do we have hundreds of people that wants to get involved, or hundreds of people that see what a lot of us might see? I can't say you guys. I'll say me. What I see. And I actually see it. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is sickening. It's sickening. It's going to take some distinguished, oh God, you guys, some head thinkers out there. It really is. Oh, Priscilla says, good morning to everybody. Good morning. And thanks for the 5. Thank you, girl. Thank you. You know, I don't get no donations much over here, but Galatians. So thank you for that. But as a whole, we got to keep watching this stuff. It's a law right now being changed right in front of, up underneath y'all nose right now. And we ain't going to know about it until some shit happen out here now. Somebody want to use that particular law. Well, when y'all change that one? That's your Congress, your alderman, your senator, all of them. All of them. I asked a question the other day. What president ever been elected that there was never a fight, there was never an issue? What president has been in that seat where a lot of people vote and they think, oh, this is going to be the president. He's going to fix everything. It's going to be right this time. It's going to be right. Everybody thought it was Obama. Obama caught flack. George Washington caught flack. Lincoln caught flack. Hamilton caught flack. They all caught flack. Trump catches flack. Biden is catching flack. Who's right out here? Who's right? Nobody. Because our minds, we were all made differently. We all got a brain, but everybody uses the brain so differently, only to their own personal, not as a whole, personal belief. And that's what's killing us. It's personal. Now, that ain't going to work for me. Now, this medical insurance is too high over here. No, I like that price over there. So now you got up in your presidential seats the argument about making the Democrats want the billionaires or trillionaires or so to pay equal amount of taxes. Your Republicans, I think I got it right because I'm not a political person, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it that the Republicans don't want the millionaires or so to pay equal taxes? Is that right? You see the shit that's going on? How could you not want everybody in the United States of America who's making the United States of America money to not pay their fair share in taxes? How? How is that even possible? How could a brain even think that? No, I don't care because I'm a trillionaire. I shouldn't have. How? But then they do that, and then they have that loophole right behind it. What do? They donate. They sponsor shit. And what does it end up being? A type of write-off. So guess what they end up losing? Nothing. Because they get it right back. Mm. We messed up out here. We messed up. And you try to voice and voice and voice, but you can't get everybody to see, what's right. We don't even know what's right no more. We don't even know. It's kind of put your boots on, shoes on, and because they said it and he said, oh, that feels right, sounds right, I'm going to go with that person. And we don't do our homework in it. I got to get up out of here, and I'm going to say this. Good morning again to everybody. Thanks for joining in. You guys don't forget to hit the like button down at the bottom. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case should have opened up a whole lot of more people eyes out here about your government. Your government. You vote, your government. Your taxes, your government. Your government. And they are coming. And they're coming hard. They are massive. Their number, their head counts is massive. It's big. Now, somebody let me find out here if Me Too is about to be the president of the United States out here. Boy, that's going to be one hell of a goddamn a trade-off. It is. Let me find out that this Me Too movement is really, really making all of these laws up under your noses and getting them into place effectively immediately. No signatures they don't need no signatures. They don't have to put it out here for people to come out to vote. Is that what they doing? Nobody has to come out to vote on this shit? Because I don't think that if I was a voter that I would actually vote for a person, a female, to come back 50 years later and say that I was, molested as a child. I don't. I think that as a child, you grow up, you're 16, you're 17, you're 18, you're doing right, you're still affected by it. I think that that's probably a ample amount of time for it. After that, you have to just go get healing and move on. A lot of people say they pray, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Baptist, or I'm a Catholic, or I'm a this. But if you are of whatever spiritual relationship that you do have, they don't sit back and allow that part of them to heal them, to move on, to have a better life, and allow that part of your spiritual belief to deal with the rest of it, because it will handle it. If you believe, they'll handle it by bringing you more prosperity lifestyle, more happiness, more. Okay. All of our ancestors, the majority of them, had to endure way more than what we are enduring right now in this century. It is. They got beaten, they got hung, they got thrown over on. Oh my Lord. Hold on, y'all. This guy here don't never come to work. He ain't been to work in God no. Okay. That's how we do that. Oh, okay. Whatever, in Dr. Rogers' voice, mind your business. Mind my business. Okay, that one is kind of hard though right there. I meant Dr. Rogers. I'm sorry, I said Dr. Rogers. Dr. Rogers, if you hearing this one, if you done seen what I seen, I swear I done seen the ghost, but you said mind your business. I'm going to try to mind my business on this. However, you do know I'm black, so I might go up in there and whisper it a little bit, like, what the hell? You just walk your ass up in here like, okay. And that's what I'm going to say, Dr. Ross. I'll be like, okay, put my finger up to my mouth and mind my business. That's what I'm going to do. Crazy. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, every day. Good morning, Simply. And so that's all I'm saying, you guys. And there's a part of me that was like, God, I don't hate the fact that I came out to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to support Mr. Robinson Vesicali because it was based off of what I have seen, right? And I have to be perfectly honest with y'all. I ain't never clicked on that much goddamn news in my life, but I was interested in this. I wanted to know what are these women are saying and why they're saying this because I knew after the 2008 trial, you didn't hear anything. If Mr. Robinson Kelly was this big old monster, at least by 2010, you would have heard something. 11, 12, I ain't hear nothing. Like, there was nothing. And it's like, okay, he's got the newer alleged girlfriends or hookers or whatever they were, or groupies or whatever. And it's like, whammo, here it goes again. Here he goes again. And I was like, OMG. And the crazy thing is, I think that I was expecting if I hear Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly back out here in the public about news, I was thinking it was going to be something about how his music took a hit, or something like that, or he retiring from music. This is my last album, or things like that. I didn't. More goddamn women. Here y'all come. Here you guys come. Like he just couldn't catch a break with anytime if he positioned himself around women. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is going to be in trouble, you guys. He's going to be in trouble. He's got to unposition himself. And just one. I got one. This is my goddamn wife, and have a normal life like everybody else. He is vulnerable to the government with positioning himself around many goddamn women because women are thirsty, especially poverty ass women, especially groupie ass women. So he's going to be just fine. We all going to keep sitting here, at least I am, and I'm going to keep supporting him like I've been doing out here on whatever news that I can continue to find and all of that. But this woman, please, you guys, because I'm really hoping Hill would come on and pick on off of this and we can join her over there or back over here. Go listen to her testimony, and I promise you her testimony is going to sound just like hearing the testimonies from Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. It was personal. What do you want? What really happened? What really happened? It was nothing about her. Oh, now you concerned about the kids. I have to say, then, well, shouldn't their parents be of concern? I wants to see hundreds of letters with all of these little kids who she says is going to end up doing this or they're already doing that. Let's see if the letters came out from all of these children, parents asking her to come out and try to advocate and go after Mark. What's his last name, y'all? Zingerberg, something like that. Mark, something like that. I know it, but I can't pronounce it. To go after this man because something didn't sit right. And notice how many other people that are sitting up in there testifying or giving their testimony about Facebook. Pay attention to that too. I'm looking around. I'm like, anybody else got something to say? A lot of people don't. Pay attention. Zuckerberg. Okay. So I got to remember like a Zuckerberg, like a sucker, like you a sucker. But Zuckerberg. Got it. Thank you, honey. So I'm just saying. I said it right. I'm bad with names. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so bad with names. It's a lot hard for me to remember a lot of names if I do not write them down because I don't have daily association with them. So that long-term memory store, you guys, I lack that. Okay, I do. I have to write it down, and that's that. If I don't have a daily association with people, all of you guys, I know all of y'all names and stuff because we're here daily, and your names will actually stick to me. But if it's not a subject or something that I just don't do daily in and out of my life, yes, it goes away. I don't allow a lot of stuff to stick to me, so I can remain the free thinker. I can remain clear and clean up here. I don't want my brain clogged with a negative, positive. I can't do that. I have to pick a struggle, and the struggle that I picked is just what is at hand in front of me right now. Once I'm done with that situation, it's gone away. It's gone away, or I have to write it down. Unless you are daily in my life, and you guys have become daily. So I remember you guys. I remember quite a few of you guys. So, or I done something extraordinary with somebody that allows me to store that wonderful memory, that momental time. So that I do keepsake stuff. I do keep that. I keep that. So, but I just wanted you guys to, let's touch on that. Let's look at the association of what's going on. Because if we can talk about a different subject and equate that with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, we will be able to open up a lot more eyes out here about how it is going on. Right up under your nose. It's happening. It's happening. And if you don't get on the same boat, before you know it, they're going to have them all. They're going to have them all. They're going to have them all. I know they're not part of our lives, but what we will be missing out of that is the way life is. You know, you get rich and you have your girlfriends or you have your boyfriends or whatever the case may be. They're going to stop the way that we have become accustomed to living, to making it their way, which is right. And if this happens to you, the law has been changed. You can come out and you can do this and you can do that and you can do that. In other words, the statute of limitation on shit is probably about to go away on everything. You're probably going to be able to do any and everything that you choose to do about another person. And I don't think that I can agree with that, because people do redeem. People do. You change your lifestyle. You change it. You change it. We change the way we dress. When we grow up, you come up out of the hot booty shorts, and as you get older, you put on more clothes. As you get older, now you're in a duster, and you get older, and you die. We change. So people can change. Do I believe Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly made a change in his life? I do. That I wish video. It's a message in the bottle on that video. That was 11 years ago. And that had to be somewhere after his 2002-2008 trial, if I'm adding that up correctly. I don't believe him. I don't believe them at all, you guys. I just don't. And after rereading it and I'm texting right now, and he has me sitting on the bus. Yeah, because he was probably fucking busy. If you didn't want to sit on the bus while he was busy, then you could have stood your ass on the corner and go talk to another nigga. Options. That's what had me, with these females. You had options, and they wasn't no goddamn girls. You had goddamn options. On that bus, it's a jack on there. It's a whole cigarette lighter, press it in, burn his eyeballs out. Could done all kind of shit. Nobody is convincing me that these girls, phone call you guys, that these girls had no ingenuous about them on how to defend themselves. And that's pretty much, all I wanted to kind of rant about today. Go watch the Facebook testimonies, you guys. And let's have some dialogue. Let's bring it out. Let's show people that it just isn't stopping with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. These women has people behind them. They are picking them out, or these women are joining in on them. Hey, I got a story. I got one. And this time it's the Mark Zuckerberg, which I don't believe that this man, I just don't, intentionally came out here to say, well, you know what? We're going to target all of the kids so that we can get our algorithm up. I don't believe that. I know that there's more. There was more. I just don't have my notes with me because I kind of had to run out the house. And I tried to write down pretty much everything that they were allegedly accusing him of, the wrongdoing of how he is running Facebook. That's all. And I was like, well, wait now. Facebook been up and running for many, many years. The government knew he's been up running for many, many years. They're taking his taxes. He paying, ain't they paying taxes? They gotta pay taxes on that shit. You just can't run such this substantial, this big business like that, and things you can't. The government is getting their share of the profit. Or is Mark paying them off to be quiet and allowing him to do these hideous things that this woman is claiming that they're doing under Facebook? Which way is it? It's like you can't have your cake and your fucking ice cream. Maybe you might not want to go after Facebook. Maybe you want to turn it around and go after the people that you are over there bitching to about Facebook. Maybe you want to ask them if they received some goddamn money under the table. Facebook been up running for a long time, and all these other social media sites. Now here she come. Here she come. I gotta find her name. I'm gotta go back. He'll probably got the name already or whatever. But if you do not mind, if you could set a schedule digest for this, I wouldn't mind coming over because I'm gonna finish watching it and writing my notes and things down. And I wouldn't mind talking to you about it. I wouldn't mind talking to you and on a platform or so about it, because it will also help expose the who, what, when, where, and whys when it's pertaining to a lot of the women that are now coming out saying it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, and you, and who is behind all of this. And not knowing that, it's deeper than this. Oh, you might want to point the finger at the people that are allowing you to sit there, and it's got y'all know it goes deeper than this. And they go sit there and they protecting her. Facebook can't do shit to her. We're not going to. Now they gonna heal. They're gonna take the law away from him from Mark, right? By saying that we're gonna protect you. He won't be able to come back and press any charges or do anything against you. Why? Wouldn't he have the right to do so? Wouldn't Mark have the right, according to the law, to come back and file some type of, what about his law with the defamation of character? What about what is written up when you sign the paperwork to work for the company? He's not going to be able to use that. Whether if this is going, you can't do this, you can't do that. They're just going to take all of the laws away from him too and tie his hands. You can't. Same thing they did with Mr. Kelly in the defense. Judge Donnelly said, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. They took all his laws away from him. Every freedom of the Constitution that allowed him to be him and to represent him or to defend him, she took those. She took those away from him. The exact same thing is about to happen to Mark. And you out your mind? The law says that I have the right to do this. You are going to hear now my case against her. What did she actually do up in there? How long was she there? Why did she do it? When did you start going up underneath of the table trying to figure this out and do? It's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, the whistleblower law. I'm going to be looking that up today. That's my homework assignment, because that is the title of what they've been putting up on the news. The whistleblower. The whistleblower. That's crazy. So you mean to tell me, Hill, that because we have a whistleblower law, she was allowed to do what she did. Did she do it with what they paid her? Somebody had to pay her to come out to do that, right? And you turn on your counterpartner. You worked for this man many, 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 many years. You and many others. But she stepped up. They called her a hero too, Hill. Did you hear that? They called her a hero. Hero of the one of the guys on the panel called her a hero. And to do what? Okay, so if I was Mark, I'm just saying, I am a billionaire now. You know what? Y'all figure this shit out. I shut that shit down. Go on about my business. Bye. I don't need this shit. Shut it down. I wouldn't even try to fix. Bye. And then we know a class law action suit is gonna come. You know, and all the kids, the parents gonna come. Well, you know, they was hurt this way, and my child suffered for this, and my child's going through this, and he's on this medication, and he needs therapy for this, and need therapy that. Okay, then they go have to settle out a big ass goddamn lawsuit, pay the people off, and go head on. Just shut the shit down. Shut it down. That's what I do. Fuck y'all. Now, who cares? I didn't mean to curse today either. Yes, Rita. Absolutely. It's crazy, but that's how it is out here. You're going to have this part of the demographical area that agrees with it, and that part over there just don't agree with it. And there goes our big fight. There's the big entanglement. Yeah. You say you think that most of them tell all the business out of spite for something. They exactly. And listening to her heal, that's what it sounds like. Did she put in to get a higher pay? Did she need more money? Maybe she wasn't making enough. Maybe she thought that she needed more money. Look at Monet. You right though, Monet. That's just how I feel, and I know that that's how I feel, Monet, and I have to stick to that. When we purchasing these phones and your laptops and your desktops and tablets and things for your children, in order for us to not keep having this circumventual subjects going on about your child is this and your child is that, especially now that it is Facebook time, take the fucking app off. Your child cannot have the Facebook app. You as the parent will be responsible for your child. So we need you to sign this so that your child don't accidentally stumble across a goddamn adult website and it says that must be over such and such an age to get on here. But your child chooses to either steal your Facebook account or create an account that will make their age 18 or so. And they can do it. Maybe they need to start having a finger scan on the apps or the facial thing. You got the finger scan. No, we need more than that. We don't need you to upload your goddamn birth certificate. We don't need you to upload your goddamn ID if you chooses to join in on this particular app or, you know, or this particular social media. Maybe they have to get better with that. Because we shouldn't keep hearing that the children are affected. And that is one of her main testimonies. The children are affected. The children are affected. What? What? The children? What the fuck is they goddamn mom and daddy? Dakota don't have it. No, not yet. She can get it. Once she reaches the legal age out here of what it is legalized for adults to do. We're not going to get her caught up in none of this kid shit. You want to play the goddamn kid star? She got all the Xboxes. We got the Wii and all them kid games. You can get your ass on that. You can get your ass on that. Yeah, you can get on that. On my YouTube channel, it clearly says, are any of your videos suitable for children? My box is checked no. It's checked no. But what do you do if your child grabs your phone, accidentally clicks on my channel, and they're watching it, and I'm over here cussing up a storm? Now your child is affected by it. Now your child is a professional cusser because they learned it from me. Now you mad at me, and now you want to sue me. No, it doesn't work that goddamn way. No. Yeah, mad at me. Well, one papoose did a whole bunch of cursing, and he was on her website. And my child is only 9 years old, and it affected her. And, you know, and the laws got to change. So we want one papoose channel taken down. And no, my channel says not suitable for goddamn children. You must be 18 years or older. I cuss. The only thing you're not going to get out of me is nakedness. I put clothes on. I get naked at home. I put clothes on. I'm a lady. Ain't no need me be out here showing my goodies and stuff. For what? I keep this strapped. Yeah. But I'm just saying, okay, baby, you ain't suing me. When you sitting there clearly see what it says, but your son want to lay in the bed. Oh, mama phone. Oh, that one. Oh, let me see what this lady talking about. And I'm over there saying every B word, D, M, all of them words. And now your son is a professional cusser. I was, Mom, I was on your phone. I was watching the one papoose, and she just, and I think it affected me. I really did. Now he cussing at school, cussing in church, cussing at Boy Scout, cussing on the baseball diamond field, Nick cussing everywhere. Nick cussing. Now you mad. You mad, Kay? This her fault. This her fault. Really? Now I'm got to come on live, come to court and jury, judge and jury, because you mad because your son is now cussing because of your irresponsibility. Right. Now you want a whole $5 out of me because that's all I got. That's some fucked up shit. You want me to pay your doctor bill? You want me to all that shit? I gotta pay for your therapy. I gotta pay for your gas. I gotta pay because you had to take time off of work because the first therapy didn't work. Now you gotta take them to the second one. Now you finna reach out to all of the other goddamn parents to see if they kid done clicked on my shit. Now y'all got a whole goddamn civil law action suit on my ass. Really? Irresponsibility of the parent. Irresponsibility. Exactly, Monet. My phone's password. Everything is password on here. Can't get on there. My daughter has a password, but guess who knows it? I do. Change it, and I promise you, you will not have the privilege of a phone. Better yet, you don't have a job. So all that iPhones and things that you want, go try to walk your ass up in AT&T and sell and US Cellular and T-Mobile and get your own phone. Let's see how it works. And we all know that a 12, a 13, a 10, and a 9-year-old shouldn't be walking their ass up in a cell phone place to get their own phone. Go. Oh, they can get that track phone and shit from Walmart. But still should be an age limit on that as well. It still should be. So, I got to go to work. I really want to talk about it. I'm going to put my headphones on, take me some more notes up in there because it's really, really interesting. Listening to this female who now has, and according to my opinion, personal fucking issues about Mark because she wants to protect the children now in all these other different goddamn countries. What in the hell? I'm like, okay, all right, y'all check it out. Check out the other stories that's coming back out with the sportsman who was allegedly doing the things to all of the young girls that was into sports. That's another interesting case that's going on out there, you guys. But it's crazy. They say stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything out here. And all I be sitting up here saying, oh, my phone is ringing off the hook, you guys, so I'm going to get out of here. But, yeah, you got to stand. I sit back every day, and I just be saying, where is Jesus? Where is Jesus? Where is the power of Jesus? Like, what, you know that there are some tongues, Jesus, that you just, you know, like is that Edward Scissorhands? And he sewed the lips together, or was it Silence of the Lamb? It's one of them. Like, where's Jesus? I ain't saying hurt him. I ain't saying take him out of here. But I remember, like I said, I grew up on Peace Be Still. I grew up on Peace Be Still. Peace Be Still. Some things that you just can't allow people to grab you and use you as the tool. Use you as a tool. Use you as a tool. It ain't right. It ain't right. You want to do your dirty work. You want to go do this. You go do it yourself. You go do it yourself. But other people see differently. Now she out there searching for another job, and she wants to be the national head ringleader of tracking down and on a bunch of companies or private companies or whatever. And she's gonna be ratting them out. I'm gonna be the rat. I'm gonna be y'all rat. But I'm gonna need to be paid at least about $160,000 to $200,000 a year. See, she found her a loophole way now to climb herself up on the chart of being a fucking billionaire, and she'll probably end up, if she gets it, if they put her in that position, establish a position for her like that, she'll probably be in like the Forbes magazine in probably the next 3 motherfucking years. tops. Here we get to look at another white woman. Excuse my yeah, excuse me on that. White woman smiling and everything. The hero that brought down Facebook. I gotta go. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, you guys. Throw some hearts up in the chat room for each other, you guys, because those hearts is vibrant. You know, it's love. Show everybody that, you know, you two are love and is love and for love. Love, 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 love. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I wish I could put mine up in the chat room, but my moderators got me. Y'all put me some pink hearts and some yellow hearts up in the chat room for everybody because I can't type on this phone. And y'all have a beautiful day. I'm going to put my headphones on, go get some more of the tea, and I'm all good over here. It's just disturbing. It's even more disturbing that a fight has to come out verbally or and mentally about what we don't like. Why are you doing this? When did y'all start doing this stuff? Where did they come from? Where did they come from? Why? Why do you want the whole world like to be gay? Or why? What? Why? We were supposed to live in a world of reproduction. And they say that we were supposed to, you know, it's coming to our last days. They used to say that we're coming to our last days. Well, I didn't know the last days was this. The last days is turning the world gay? What the fuck? I don't know, y'all. You say you ask what I'm supposed to play it, or I have to. You know what? Some stuff I just can't play though, Rita, because you know YouTube be striking my damn channel, girl. They be tearing my channel up over here. Some things I just can't play. That's all. I might have seen it, but the R. Kelly music is hard to play. Really, really hard to play, girl. You get copyright claims out the ass. And when I tell you that what is in my channel, it's monetized. So every time that I play that, whatever I done made from the algorithm, which last month was $56, it took 40 something out of all that music. So it was $10. I probably ended up with $12, girl. I got to pay for the, you know, the Zoom and stuff like that. So there's still expenses that I'm paying out of pocket with my channel. So I kind of got to be careful with it. Some of it, I don't care. Here, take the $20. Take the $20. But when I think about it, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh shit, I got this, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay this. And I'm like, oh hell no. We gotta let the algorithm check come, because a check does come. And it, like I said, the most came so far was a little bit of 100 or 200 or something like that. But that's just turnaround money because of the ACH that I do have to pay for the things that I use to run the channel, if that makes sense to yourself. So you said, did you listen to it? I did. Yeah, I listened to it. I listen to everything you guys send me. Absolutely everything you guys send me. So it's been a good morning. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Love yourself. Love each other. Can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. Okay, well, I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say that. But I will see you guys a little bit after my yard sale on Saturday. I got a big yard sale coming up. I got to get rid of the old and bring in some new. So y'all have a beautiful day. I'll still be popping on time to time from Saturday. In the meantime, between time, kind of ignoring some of the garbage out there. I don't have the energy for it right now. The energy is like spirit. It comes and it goes. You feel what I'm saying? It comes and it goes. Sometimes it'll hit me, sometimes it don't. It means that I ain't put a bunch of feathers on my goddamn back. It means that it just ain't your time. And I tell everybody I am a time and preparation person. Time and preparation. Just because people bark don't means that I always got to jump. Next thing you'll know, they'll be telling you how high you need to jump. And that ain't me. I don't go with the orders and formation. So bye-bye, you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.